Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Tuesday, July 30th, 2019. I am Fredicia Liebert. Phase 1 of the Island Main Road Rehabilitation and Safety Improvement Project, Cutting Ground to Cliff Dwellers, is well underway. Project Manager of Surrey Paving and Aggregate Company Limited, Michael Morrison, spoke to us about the ongoing work.
There used to be considerable flooding in this location, so we have sought to improve the drainage aspect. Now, there are several drainage works which will be taking place along the corridor. As I said earlier, this is a major one. We sought to do all the major crossings first. There's another one down at Nelson Spring that we will undertake after the festive season. We recognize that it's a bit close to the festive season, Culturama, so we have sought a step back from that. But however, during that time, we hope to continue construction on this aspect of the works. We've also done some other concrete works earlier last week. We poured approximately 80 meters of curb and slipper. That's down at the Cliff Dwellers end. And we've completed our site setup, and we are continuing to do other works as we move along.
During a site visit on Tuesday, July 29th, Minister of Communications and Works, the Honourable Spencer Brand, expressed his satisfaction with the progress of the work.
I am very pleased with the progress thus far. We are here in the Case Bay area where we are seeing the initial construction phase of the main culvert. As you know, in this area we oftentimes suffer major flooding. And we would have had long discussion with the contractor that one of the main objectives of this project is to deal with the drainage issue in this area. And the reconstruction of this culvert here is in essence to solve that problem. I'm very satisfied with the progress. I think they have been on site for approximately 2 weeks, and they have made tremendous progress thus far. And that is a clear indication that we hope to have this project completed in a very possible shortest time, which is, I hope, before independence.
Minister Brand also made an appeal to the public.
I want to appeal to the motoring public as well to, when they are in this area, to drive with due care and attention, respect the flag. I'm going to say women, because I noticed that the flag persons are mostly women. And I want to suggest to the motoring public to kindly respect their instruction and their direction to make sure that we can have traffic flowing in the area as smoothly as possible.
Phase 1 of the project began on July 17th and is expected to be completed in early September of 2019. Also present at the site visit were Denzel Stanley, Principal Assistant Secretary in the Ministry of Communications and Works, and Jevon Williams, Project Manager on behalf of the Nevis Island Administration. Meantime, Premier of Nevis, the Honourable Mark Brantley, recently gave updates on a number of other road construction projects which are being undertaken by the Public Works Department.
The Brown Hill project, the final layer of asphalt that was placed on the road between the Western Holiness Church and the road to the Brown Hill Health Centre. The first phase is therefore essentially done in Brown Hill. The phase 2, that is a continued realignment of the road. We have to acquire some properties and reconstruction of property boundary lines. That is well underway, and preparatory works for the culvert construction is being done. We will expect construction to commence sometime after Culturama. Scheduled also to start major excavation at Brown Hill Road between the culvert area and the road to King Garden. The intention is to have that section of road asphalted by the time that school reopens. In Craddock Road, the good residents of Craddock Road have been patient with us. We are grateful to them. They're nearing completion of 400 feet of box drain at the top section, and some 1,500 feet of road has been excavated and now being prepared for drainage works. In Cherry Garden, we have not forgotten you in Cherry Garden. 1,000-foot road construction with associated drainage, 17 feet wide. That road is being done. It's expected to be completed by August 31st. And in Bath Village, the surveys and design works are ongoing for the continued road improvement in Bath Village.
The Honourable Mark Brantley making remarks at the July 25th Premier's Press Conference. The Ministry of National Security and by extension the government of St. Kitts and Nevis has received technical assistance products aimed at assisting the Federation in filling the existing capacity gaps in prosecuting cases of human trafficking. The products were handed over during a ceremony at the Ministry of Finance conference room on St. Kitts on July 25th. The International Organization for Migration, IOM, handed over a report which outlines recommendations for setting up a national task force and public awareness campaign on human trafficking in St. Kitts and Nevis, as well as a database. On July 24th, 20 persons from across various ministries and departments were trained to use the database. Samuel Berridge, Senior Foreign Service Officer in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, said the handing over signaled the culmination of the phase of the project entitled Capacity Building and Public Awareness in Trafficking Persons. He added that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs approached the International Organization for Migration through its regional office in Georgetown, Guyana, requesting assistance in filling the existing capacity gaps in our jurisdiction to enable us to fulfill our international obligations, while at the same time creating an enabling environment for cohesive societies underpinned by the rule of law. Laurie Mann, international consultant of the African, Caribbean, and Pacific Group of States, ACP, and European Union Migration Action, IOM expert, wished all stakeholders involved a successful implementation, expressing hope that they would take the recommendations which have been presented in the report forward. The Human Trafficking Initiative is a demand-driven project by the International Organization for Migration in collaboration with the European Commission, the ACP, and the government of St. Kitts and Nevis. Still to come.
Who knew? You knew it was time to pray when you got that good sign. A thumbs up in this animal farm of hood signs. Now I could sigh a good sigh of relief and release.
The details after this break.
Soca lovers, get ready for the official Soca showdown of the festival. It's the C45 National Bank Soca Monarch Groovy and Power Finals. In the Groovy segment, X-Man, Pakis, Savage, Soca Empress, Ervika, Lil Miss, Hollywood, and the defending Groovy King, Speedy, featuring Deli Ranks. In the Power, DV, Ras Brown, Daddy Tusty, Jeezy Sparta, Delano, Soca Empress, Speedy, and the defending Power King, Deli Ranks. All backed by the Pirate Band. It all takes place at the Nevis Cultural Village on Thursday, August 1st at 8 p.m. hosted by EK.
Tickets on sale for $40 with a $35 early bird special.
This is the ultimate Soca showdown you don't want to miss.
Welcome back. Lishane Mattis and Kikona Charles of the Ivor Walters Primary School have captured the title of Mr. and Miss Talented Youth 2019, having amassed a total of 621 points. On Monday, July 29th, they captured the pageant's first judged segment, dubbed Celebrating Our Winners, with 218 points.
32 years ago, the stage was set for us to ignite our love, our passion, and our pride. Two trailblazers ignited the stage with pomp, flair, talent, intellect, and charisma. We are here to amplify the legacies that Mrs. Elsa Wilkin and Bristol and Mr. Virgil Brown are continuously creating.
Let us rewind the clock and roll back the curtains to unveil a pivotal moment in our cultural celebrations when Elsa and Virgil captured the first ever title of Mr. and Miss Talent Youth pageants in 1987. Tonight, we are proud to crown a queen and salute a legend, two epitomes of love, passion, and pride. Cheers to Culturama 45!
They also won the evening wear segment titled Celebrating Our African Heritage, scoring 203 points. Shama Otley and Tiana Griffin of the Joyce Library Primary School, and Zaquan Challenger and Jeniah Matthew of the St. Thomas's Primary School tied for the first runner-up position, attaining a total of 594 points. Zidan Hull and Anushka Newton of the Charlestown Primary School captured the talent segment dubbed the Best of Me with 213 points. The presentation of prizes and trophies were done by Minister of Culture, the Honorable Eric Evelyn, and the 2018 Mr. and Miss Talented Youth Pageant winners. The show, which had two non-judged segments, Icebreaker and Informal Interactive Session, took place at the Nevis Cultural Complex and saw Devon Cornelius as host and Vinil Powell as hostess. A daily dose of lunchtime rhyme and rhythm is being offered to poetry enthusiasts this week. The 2019 edition of Poets in the Square, coordinated by poet Clayton Huggins and Dr. Patricia Bartlett, as part of Culturama 45, began on Monday, July 29th at the War Memorial in Charlestown. The activity, which is in its 6th year, is featuring poets including guest Idris Salim from Trinidad and Tobago with his piece entitled Today is a Happy Poem.
Peel the shade from your eyes and let the sun rise in. Begin. Today is a happy poem. That hum and skip strip of bubblegum fun stick on your bottom lip, spit, lick and rub it off kind of happy poem. That over sweet, brushing your teeth, rushing, over sleep, speak to your cousin on the seat, flushing, can't be washing your hand while I brushing my teeth, man, kind of happy poem. That August holidays, running race, coming first place, worst case, slippers burst, almost curse, wait. Couldn't finish your line. Mommy perched on the finish line with that, yeah, it gonna hurt face as soon as you finish denying, kind of happy poem, so laugh. Joy cometh in the morning and it's 4:45 and a latte and we're here. That moment, the good amen after the good omen, after the good amen after the good You understand what I'm trying to say then? Who knew? You knew it was time to pray when you got that good sign. A thumbs up in this animal farm of hood signs. Now I could sigh a good sigh of relief and release the universe from the Kiskadee to the Cascadoo. Nothing feels better than knowing you did what you had to do.
The event, which commences at noon daily, will continue on Wednesday and will culminate on Friday. It will also feature several local poets, including Cheryl Sutton, Roger Williams, Earl Panko Morton, Esther Brooks, Lachlan Tatem, James Galloway, Joy Napier, Noella Swaby, Kimberly Knight, Carolee Wallace, Steve Walters, and Nicole Rogers. Other entertainment includes performances by the Sugar Hill String Band, Nevis Pan Ensemble, as well as masquerade dancers, drummers, dancing clowns, and cakewalk dancers from the Nevis Cultural Development Foundation. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I'm Freddie Liebert. Thank you for viewing.